This next footage is among the most haunting ever shared online. It was uploaded in 2013 with the devastating title, "Couple Drowns in Front of Camera." What begins as a moment of love and peace quickly becomes something no one was prepared to witness. The video shows 22-year-old Mohammed Dian and his new wife enjoying their honeymoon. They had traveled to a quiet pond in the Bani Bus region south of Sana'a in Yemen, hoping to capture memories of their first year together. Mohammed carefully sets up his phone on a nearby rock to record them. At first, everything feels gentle and intimate. They laugh together, hold each other, and look entirely at ease in the calm, natural surroundings. But the mood shatters in an instant. In the middle of the recording, Mohammed suddenly loses his footing. The video clearly shows him slipping near the water's edge. In sheer panic, he grabs for his wife, trying to steady himself. That desperate move seals their fate. Both of them topple into the pond together. What follows is almost too painful to watch. They struggle in the water, crying out, clawing at the surface in blind terror. Their panic only makes things worse as they thrash and pull each other down. The camera keeps filming as the chaos unfolds. Despite their frantic efforts, they cannot make it back to shore. Their cries fade. Eventually, they both sink below the surface and are gone. The rest of the recording is silent, the pond deceptively calm once more. It is crushing to think that if he had not instinctively grabbed her, she might have escaped. Or if either of them had known how to swim, they might have survived. This footage is not disturbing because of any violence or crime, but because it captures such raw human fear and irreversible loss. It is a stark warning about the hidden dangers of water that looks peaceful. A reminder that knowing how to swim and respecting even the quietest ponds or lakes can mean the difference between life and death. No one watching this can help but feel the weight of that moment. A young couple's promise of forever ending in a single tragic mistake. It is a quiet morning in West Pensacola, Florida. The streets are mostly empty and the day is just beginning. Everything seems calm and ordinary, but a parked car's dash cam ends up recording something truly unsettling. At around 7 o'clock on May 18, 2021, an 11-year-old girl waits on a patch of grass for her school bus. She is alone but seems relaxed. A white SUV slowly circles the roundabout nearby. She glances at it but does not react. It looks like any normal driver passing through. What she cannot know is that this is no harmless stranger. Barely 2 minutes later, the same vehicle reappears. It stops right at the edge of the road. She turns to look at it a few times, unsure what to think. It is morning and she is in her own neighborhood. She has no reason to expect what happens next. Suddenly, the man steps out and runs straight at her. He seizes her and tries to drag her away. The camera captures every tense second. She resists with all her strength. The two struggle violently on the grass. In a desperate twist of luck, he loses his footing and they both go down. Realizing he has been exposed, he jumps up and rushes back to his car. He speeds away, leaving her shaken but alive. It is terrifying to see how close he came to stealing her away in broad daylight. Thanks to the dash cam recording his license plate clearly, deputies were able to locate him later that evening. He was identified as 30-year-old Jared Paul Stanga. When arrested, he was carrying a knife. His criminal record was already long. Investigators also discovered his vehicle had been freshly repainted, possibly to avoid being recognized after the crime. But there is something even more troubling. 2 weeks before this attack, the girl had told her school principal about a man in a white car who had approached her at the bus stop. Nothing was done to protect her. This footage is not only disturbing because of the violence caught on camera, it is a stark warning of how danger can lurk in plain view and how easy it is to ignore early signs until it is nearly too late. This is Britt, a young woman who lives on a large horse ranch tucked away in the mountains. But lately, things around the ranch have gotten really strange.
In my front yard, I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's in that room upstairs.
It all began one day when Britt's dog, Josie, started barking ferociously at the upstairs bedroom closet for no reason at all. But that odd behavior didn't stop there.
Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled. And when she growled, I kind of like booked it. But I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like, I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks.
Outside, Josie began staring endlessly at something else, the small cemetery in Britt's front yard. It's where several of her family members and their beloved pets are buried.
Josie. Josie, what's going on?
Even the horses started gazing in that direction, as if something unseen was holding their attention. But it wasn't just the animals on Britt's property. Soon the neighbors' cows began wandering over, gathering silently near the graveyard, just standing there, motionless. Needless to say, Britt was unsettled, but what happened next pushed things to a whole new level.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's a newer development. Like, why? They just kind of come and literally freeze around this area. And they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah. What's up?
One night, she ordered food from Uber Eats. Even the driver was freaked out by the cluster of cows standing in the darkness. Still, he made the delivery, but then something triggered the house alarm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this location is outside, no here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. No problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You a cow?
it's scared. He's a cow.
They're actually not mine. I don't know. It wasn't showing up.
You know him?
No.
Oh.
They come hang out around here every night. Yeah. What would you do if this happened in your house?
Yep. Oh my god. Hi.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here, and they just like stand and like. Are you for real right now?
As Britt carefully stepped inside, something unseen tugged her shirt. Startled, she dropped the food and bolted out of the house in pure terror. Too shaken to go back in, she spent the night alone in her family's RV, Whatever's happening on Britt's ranch, the animals sense it, and now it's making itself known to her. Rosanna lives in France in a small apartment that she believes is haunted by something dark and unexplainable. She has been dealing with strange activity for months but says she cannot afford to leave. One night she is home alone when the fear becomes impossible to ignore. It begins with unsettling noises coming from her children's playroom. She hears toys rattling and bumps in the dark, sounds that make her blood run cold. Deciding to film what is happening, she slowly approaches the room with her camera rolling. What she captures is disturbing. Inside the playroom, the toys are seen shifting on their own. There is no one else in the apartment, no wind, no logical reason for them to move. The room seems charged with something unseen. As Rosanna films, trying to make sense of it, she notices something even more chilling. In the reflection of the window behind her, a tall, shadowy figure is clearly visible. It appears to be the dark outline of a man standing right behind her, but when she spins around, the room is empty. There is no one there at all. Shaken, she turns back and keeps filming. Again, the figure appears in the glass. It looms silently, watching. But the moment she turns to confront it, it vanishes. Rosanna claims this is not the first time she has encountered this dark presence. She says it has haunted the apartment relentlessly for months, making noises, moving objects, showing itself in fleeting, terrifying ways. But she feels trapped. She cannot afford to move out even though she believes she is living with something evil. Watching this footage, it is hard to explain what she captures. Is it a clever trick of light, a planned hoax, or evidence of something truly sinister sharing her home? In the end, that question is left for you to decide. This final video is as chilling as it is puzzling. It comes from a security camera inside a private building in Colombia where a guard is working the late shift. At first, everything seems quiet. He is doing his usual rounds, checking rooms and hallways. Nothing appears out of the ordinary, but then the footage captures something deeply unsettling. We see the guard stop in a corridor. He starts waving and talking as if greeting someone who just arrived. He gestures politely, leans in as if listening, even points as though giving directions. But there is no one there. The hallway is completely empty. He seems entirely convinced he is not alone. The video goes on for minutes as the guard carries on this strange, one-sided conversation. He nods and responds as if hearing someone speak back. It becomes clear he believes he is helping an elderly woman who is lost and asking for directions, but no person ever appears on camera, not even a shadow. The situation grows even more unnerving when the guard is contacted by his colleague over the radio. Whatever he hears makes his face go pale. Panic takes over. He rushes to the elevator, repeatedly pressing the button in desperation. When the doors take too long to open, he spins around and runs for the stairs instead. He sprints from the building without ever looking back. Nobody really knows what happened to him after that. He did not return to finish his shift. His coworkers say he refused to speak about it in detail and never worked another night there. Some believe he truly encountered something otherworldly. Others think it might have been an elaborate prank or even a mental break. But with the original video taken down and few details ever confirmed, the truth remains out of reach. Watching this footage, you cannot help but wonder, who was he really talking to that night? Or what? We may never know the answer, just like so many other strange and frightening moments caught on camera. If you enjoy exploring the world's most disturbing and mysterious videos with us, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss what we uncover next.